All right. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, idealists and visionaries of all ages. I am your boy Ideal Tone, and I am here to make it known that we are back with another episode of Binge or Cringe. And this time we're starting the year off right. We're starting the year off with an anime that has resurfaced over the past couple years. Um, we're going to go hop into Baki. Okay, for those of you who only watched Baki recently and only know of the Netflix resurgence of Baki, there is more information on Baki besides that. So we're going to dive a bit into that, but we're definitely going to mostly be talking about the Baki Netflix series, and we're only going to cover just the first season of Baki. We're not probably going to dive into Baki Hama. Only reason for that is I want to do Baki Hama separately because there is a part two of that series that's coming out, part season two, which will dive into and probably a season three, which will dive into the prehistoric ancient man arc, and as well, if you don't already know, which these are spoilers, sorry, whatever. You already know what happens when you jump into this joint. And the final fight between his dad and him. So, but without further ado, let me introduce my panel for tonight. First off, we have the one, the only, my brother from another mother, Grim.
Yo, what's up? I'm here. I ain't square, but you already know what you can do. Mind your business.
Mind your business. Then we have a returnee, someone who hasn't joined us in a good minute. And I am glad he was able to join us tonight. The one, the only. What do we call you? Oh, the maestro.
What's up, man? What's going on?
What's up? Glad to have you back, bro.
Yeah, no problem, man. No problem. Glad to be back.
Yeah, man. And then last but definitely not least, my boy, the one, the only, the legendary Risky Sama in the building, ladies and gentlemen.
Hello.
So we're gonna hop in and get to it. All right. First things first, glad you guys could be here. One thing I will say, Cobalt will be joining us tonight in a little bit. He is a little preoccupied at the moment, but he said he will be joining us. For those who know who Cobalt is, he is the one, the only, the legendary great godfather of anime. So as we've come to as we've come to call him, sometimes there has been many times we disagreed with him in his opinion, but he still has been around watching anime long before any of us. So definitely got to pay our respects. Yeah, shut up, Grim. Talk about him when he's here, not when he ain't here.
Oh, okay.
So let's get underway, gentlemen. So first things first, I'm going to ask the question that I always ask: what made you start watching Baki from the rip? Like, and when did you start watching Baki? Did you watch Baki from when it was the original Baki, the Grappler, or Grappler Baki, whatever? I forgot how the title went. Or did you start with just the Netflix series itself? Or did you read the manga? How did you get into Baki?
I'll go first. So this was basically a suggestion to watch kung fu, different types of arts of fighting styles that were introduced, even down to the monologues and the way they basically paid their respects to the greats like Muhammad Ali, even through to the civil rights movement that they threw into to Baki and to Mike Tyson. You know, oh wait, I'm sorry, that's more so Mike Tyson than Baki Hama. I apologize.
That's all
With
good.
well,
I
Muhammad
mean,
Ali was Muhammad Ali was also Baki Hama, if I'm not mistaken.
no, but Muhammad Ali was Baki. You right.
Okay, Muhammad Ali was Baki, and his son. They paid homage to those guys, so it was just like, watch this, you will love it because of the style, the arts, and the kung fu styles that they basically displayed. And man, I was not disappointed.
Okay. What about you, Chris? Or Maestro? Sorry.
So, I heard about Baki the Grappler back in like sixth grade, back in 2006. My buddy Devin, way back then, he was telling me to watch Baki the Grappler. Me being the childish piece of shit I was, I made fun of the title of the anime, Baki the Grappler. I'm like, what is he always grabbing on? Just to come at him because one of his favorite anime, and he was trying desperately to get me into that jump, but I never really took the time of day because I forgot what the hell I was watching back in 6th grade. Was it Gurren Lagann? I forgot when Gurren Lagann came out. Shit, I think it was like 07. I can't remember. Anyway, I was watching another anime that had my attention at the time, and fast forward to 2021, my nephew was telling me about the Netflix adaptation of Baki, and I'm like, all right, I'll give it a shot. I accidentally end up watching Baki Hanma, the second half of the Netflix adaptation by accident. I think I stopped at like episode 6. Then I, backtracked and watched all of the first, Baki, just the regular Baki, right. not the jump from the 90s, but the first Netflix adaptation. Watched it, I liked it. I felt like I need to go back and watch Baki the Grappler just to better appreciate the anime.
Right.
But that's sitting on the back burner right now. I'll do that some other time.
Okay. And Risky?
I actually never knew that it was a manga or anything. I never paid attention to it.
Mm-hmm.
But I saw it on Netflix when it first came out on Netflix, and I was like, "Oh, let me give it a try." I got 4 whole episodes in. I was like, "This is dumb. Don't want to watch it anymore." And then about 6 months ago, you guys are like, "Oh, this show's Baki. It's popping off." And I was like, "You know what? I'll give it a watch." And I watched it. I really enjoyed it. When Hanma came out, watched it, enjoyed it. So I mean, it's more or less where I started on that.
Yeah.
Definitely didn't like it at first though.
Yeah.
Ezra, I agree with you on the Risky. I agree with you on the 4th episode. I called Tone and I was livid.
Yeah, he was pissed. He was pissed I made him watch it. He was like, "What's wrong with you? Why'd you make me watch this?"
Why are you making me watch this? The storyline is all over the place. There was supposed to only be 5-on-5, and now it turns into 20 people fighting these 5 death row inmates, and then as you started to progress in the storyline, you start to understand why all of these strong fighters started to manifest to Tokyo to want to fight these 5 fighters, and also to fight Baki because they heard he was one of the strongest. And then what's his name? Yujiro, that's his dad, right?
Yeah.
Okay, Yujiro was there, and they wanted to see how strong he actually was, and it was just like, okay, now that we're into the storyline, I understand what's going on.
Well, even then, for me, I was confused. I was like, I just don't know what's happening. I didn't want to put the brain power to try and piece it together.
Right. Oh, what's up, Robbie? Robert's in the chat.
Hey, Rob.
Blue Psyduck.
What's up, Blue Psyduck, brother?
What's up, bruh?
You still ain't got no eyebrows.
Shiny as flip, dude.
Yeah, that's his favorite shiny Pokemon. He stay with it all the time.
Wait, he would literally stay with 50.
Yeah, he had literally he has a good amount of blue Psyducks.
That's funny.
Like that's his favorite shiny. He always asks it, "Do you have one? Did you find one?" When I finally get one, I'll give it to him.
I'm still salty on how horrible Golduck Shiny's form is. Oh, my bad. Baki. Let's do Baki.
Yeah. We're getting off topic, but yeah, that's how it go. But no, me, I will say. Oh, Rob said Blue Psyduck says he has 4 Blue Psyducks. Yeah. So, what was I about to say? Oh, yeah. So, with that being said, I agree with you guys. I definitely enjoyed Baki. I definitely did. And what caught my eye was obviously the concept, the fighting, the martial arts, the dialogue. It definitely was enjoyable. And I will say, I agree with you that the first 4 episodes was slow. And I'm like, okay, this is a lot going on. And there's some things in the first 4 episodes I was like, that really caught my eye, kept my attention. But there was other things I was like, wow. But I decided to fight through it because I did watch the original Baki and read a good amount of the manga. So I'm like, I know where this is headed, but I hadn't fully remembered everything. So I was like, let me hop in and just stick to it. You know what I mean? So I'm glad I did, because with that happening, I was like, oh, that's right, this was happening, blah 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 blah, and then I'll be honest with you, when I first started, this has been years since I watched Baki, I forgot about his dad till I saw that motherfucker, and I was like, oh, this dude. This dude right here.
I think I called you the first episode when Baki was at the school and they were trying to, fight him, and he was doing the PE testing, and he ended up beating up that gang and making them cry. Right, that was the first episode, and I called you. I said, "Dude, who was that strong-looking brolic dude that was like doing the split, smoking a cigarette?" You was like, "Oh, that's Baki's dad." You was like, "Continue to watch it. You're gonna freaking love it." I'm like, "Yo, Bull was like freaking huge, just
Yeah,
puffing a cigarette, and watching the news."
Baki's dad is on some other stuff, but we about to get to that. So, all right. So my next question: we know that Baki ended up being really good and it being entertaining and everything. But what? Let me ask you this: what was your favorite? What was your? What was your favorite arc in Baki? It's just the first one, like because there was like a arc. It was like an arc and a half or something like that, if I'm not mistaken.
Um,
It was like 3 different arcs in one of that one.
I'm trying to think like what arcs were there. I know.
I don't even know
I
how
think
I'd
all right. So
classify
so
that
from the
as an
member,
arc.
if I remember correctly, there were 3 arcs. There was the prisoner arc. Then
That's
it
in
was the
Baki Hammer,
Raitai
though, right?
tournament, and then
That
it
was
was
That one.
it was
That
the
one right
Muhammad
there.
Ali Jr. arc.
That
I
was my
liked.
favorite.
I liked me personally. Me personally. I'm sorry, Chris. Say what you were saying.
No,
I
go
apologize.
ahead. Go ahead.
Me personally, I love the Muhammad Ali arc.
The
As a
Muhammad
former
Ali Jr.
boxer,
arc.
as a former boxer,
Yeah.
you know, to pay homage to that style of fighting, and not many people, recognize, like not many martial artists recognize boxing as a style of fighting. Like they just thought it was like a piece of crap, like just throw it away
No,
when
it's a
it's
legit
worthless.
martial art, especially if you
Yeah,
use it as one.
yeah, and I never realized that until after watching a little off topic. Jet Li used it against Vegeta, and I forgot the name of that movie, but he used it against Vegeta. Um, in a lot like a live action movie with Jackie Chan's one of Jackie Chan's movies, and he used boxing against them.
Mm.
But long story short, when I saw that, and they paid homage to the great late Muhammad Ali, and they paid homage to, you know, saying that the civil rights movement was a thing, and how it affected the world and stuff, like all of that arc and the prison arc was like my top 2 favorite out
Okay.
of every anime that I've watched besides Hunter x Hunter's Chimera arc. That woo top 10 all top. Listen, number 1 all time Chimera Ant art for Hunter x Hunter, but my favorite of the Baki series was Muhammad Ali and then the prison arc.
Okay. Rob said that he likes the soundtrack for Baki. I ain't gonna lie, the soundtrack's
That's a
kind of fire.
badass soundtrack too.
But the soundtrack is kind of fire.
Yeah, that's a badass soundtrack.
What about you? Well, Chris, you said the Raitai tournament, right?
Oh yeah, hands
Oh,
down. My man literally walked up to OG big dude, and he was like, martial arts is a form of self-expression and growth, and when somebody overcomes an obstacle without hurting anybody, well, I take that as a sign of like, martial arts has come a long way. And then Yujiro, with all the disrespect in the whole damn world, was like, you can sit around for hours and punch a wall and not do anything. True skill is overcoming a live obstacle. Dug his damn hands in dude's face, ripped it off, yeeted it off his face. No, this is like my man Yujiro is just
he broke it. He broke it.
He's so damn saucy. He's so gross.
He broke it. That's
so damn disrespectful.
Yujiro's broke it. And the hop. You know what? I don't want to get too deep into that yet. But Risky, what about you, man?
I really don't know. Me personally, I don't think in my head I would put Baki into arcs. To me, it was just a ongoing season.
I hear that. I respect that.
I feel that.
Like I would consider Baki as its own separate thing, and then Baki Hanma to be its own arc. Like,
okay, I respect that. I definitely do. I respect that.
Yeah.
For me, I would have to say, if I have to pick one, the Raitai tournament. But I definitely did enjoy And don't get me wrong, I enjoyed the whole thing, even the prison arc, but like or the prisoners arc, but I definitely enjoyed the Rai Tire tournament and the Muhammad Ali Jr. arc.
Well, see, I thought the tournament was in Hanma.
The tournament was in a regular one.
Right tie?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's in the regular Baki. Hanma was just the prison arc.
Yeah, Hama was him being in prison, yeah.
Because he wanted to fight Mr. Unchained.
Yeah, we get to that. All right, so.
Oh, well, no, we're not. That's going to be next time. You said it yourself.
No, not that. We're getting to Unchained. We get into characters, is what I'm getting at. Your 2 favorite characters.
Okay, I'm gonna let somebody else say. Yeah, someone let somebody else go first.
I'm sorry. I'm such
I mean, I can go first.
All right, go ahead. Risky, go first.
Dude, I'll just so my favorite 2 characters, correct?
Yeah.
So definitely just gotta be straight up Baki and his dad. Like, don't get me wrong, Baki's dope. You can see the growth that's gonna continue with that kid.
Yeah.
But his dad's a fucking animal, bro.
Yeah, no, he's the wild animal.
Just walks up and he gives off like Goku vibes. It's terrifying. Like if Goku walked in the room, I would get the same vibes if fucking Baki's dad walked into the room. Like that's how it would be. It's like I could get smoked right now. Like I am scared.
All right, Chris.
It's gonna be Yujiro. Honestly, yeah, it's Yujiro and oh my god, probably what's his name? Jesus Christ. Oh my god. What's his name? Orochi? Oh my god.
Oh, one eye. Yeah.
Do with the what?
Do with the one eye.
Oh, yeah.
Dopo Orochi. Yeah, Dopo
Orochi. Dopo Orochi. Yeah.
Yo. Dude, he was going through in that one arc. He wasn't going through, but the dude was like, I'm going to hypnotize you. Yada, 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 yada. Why ain't it working? And my man was just like, he was so strong. My man's mental fortitude was so strong. Hypnosis don't work on me, bro. It don't. Just stop right there. Stop being a clown. And like, no, man. He was another badass.
Let's be real. Dopo is like they say he's the strongest karate master ever. Like,
yep. All
right, what about you, Grim?
Everyone knows I am a jokester, trickster.
Mm-hmm.
And my first favorite, because like he was like the one that kicked the shit out of Baki in the beginning, Mr. Speck, the one who can breathe, who can hold his breath for 5 minutes long and just give you a straight onslaught of punches, kicks, grapples, and just onslaught of everything. And then Mr. Unchained, that's my guy. Mr. Unchained is my guy. Like no one can fuck with him besides Baki and Yujiro. That's it.
Open up that pull over bigger.
Yo, every time you try to punch him, he just be like, "Yeah, that's not gonna hurt. Yeah, you're not gonna penetrate my skin and my."
No, you're right. His armor. You're right.
Yeah, he was a tank.
My man literally tanked a shotgun blast with his abs, dog. Ate steak to feel better. No, you broke him, bro. You're not human. Sorry.
Yeah. If I had to choose mine, bro, and I'm gonna be honest with you, obviously I love Yujiro and Baki, hands down. But I'm gonna choose two of my other favorites. It's definitely gonna be Unchained.
Yeah, see.
Yeah, Unchained is a monster, bro. He's an American monster, bro. Like on some real stuff. My man is a monster. And the thing is, let's be real, he doesn't even have an actual martial arts style. My man is just a beast. He's just a beast. Like, and he's a prisoner. He's a fucking prisoner at that. He was allowed to roam free.
By choice.
Huh?
Yeah, by choice. Definitely by choice.
Definitely a prisoner by choice. Well, like, my man's a fucking prisoner who's allowed to roam free. Like at any time. At any time, and he's the only one, and he's America's number one defense against Yujiro. Let's be real, like, and even then, it's hard to measure that, like, because like Yujiro will probably still watch him, but like, and if I had to choose somebody else, Jack Hama.
Yeah, Jackie.
Oh yeah, we all had the same damn
Jack Hama is a savage. Okay.
Yeah.
My man is a
Daddy.
savage. And don't get me wrong, Baki, him and Baki, he lost to Baki. But Jack Hama, and then let's be real, his dad doesn't really recognize him. But then again, he doesn't recognize, he recognizes Baki more than he recognizes Jack. And be honest, let's be real about that.
Yeah.
But Jack Hama is a monster. Okay. And it's the Hama blood in him. He is straight a monster. He destroyed and beat the crap out of Muhammad Ali Jr., bro. Kicked his teeth in and made him bite his tongue off.
Yeah. That was traumatizing.
It was. And he didn't stop. He picked him up, looked at him, and kept beating the snot out of him.
But that was because Muhammad Ali said, as long as I can breathe, I'm going to keep getting up and fight.
Yeah, well, he made sure he couldn't breathe for a while, didn't he?
Jack's like, are you kidding me? Stay down. He just
and I took that personally.
And then when he walked in, and then here's the thing. This is how you knew Jack's a monster. My man was eating whole steaks in one bite.
Whole fucking pig.
Yeah,
and then gonna wipe his mouth with a napkin and throw the napkin on the table like I'm ready. Like this mother, like monster, a monster. That's my choice. Those are my choices.
Good, two good choices. Everyone had great choices. Baki's dad and him is and Baki's great choices.
Yeah,
Chris,
bruh.
Your choices suck. Just because I said so.
All good.
He had good choices too. Shut up,
He did.
But all right, now next, the character that pissed you off the most, and I'm gonna just say the one, but the character that pissed you off the most.
What's his name? What is his name?
He always say it for you.
I think his name is Strawn. Is it? That's his name?
Who?
The one that was able to manipulate you.
Oh, Dorian.
Dorian. He pissed me off the most because he went right into like a baby. Like after he lost, he became a freaking child, drawing and eating candy. 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 Like I was so pissed. Like what is that? Like what is this?
He definitely did end up like that. I forgot, bro. He was on
like, what is this? Like, how did you become like one of the most badasses in the world to becoming Gandhi? What the hell?
Wait. Nullifies in the chat. No, we gonna get to that, bro. That's actually we get into that, bro. Don't rush it. We don't rush it. We get to that.
He pissed me off the most.
What about you, Chris?
Oh man!
If one of y'all don't say who I'm thinking, I'm gonna really judge y'all.
What's the dude? I don't know the dude's name who went up against. Oh my god, I can't remember this dude's name. Hanayama, the dude who went up against Hanayama.
The bald dude.
The bald dude, yeah.
Yeah, I know you're talking about.
Bro, he is such a dirty ass fighter. He pulled out a whole, gun to take out Hanayama. Talking about some. It's a fight to the death now. I'm like, isn't it always though? Like in this anime, and then like. I don't know, which it kind of led up to a badass part where he shot Hanayama in the mouth and then Hanayama took the zip. Anyway, dude, that dude pissed me off.
Yeah, no, but let's be real. Like, what's the guy that was fighting him? What's his name? He's such a badass fighter, bro.
Who?
Dang, he's got the ponytail. He was fighting the bald dude.
Ren's God.
Kyle Ren.
Kyle Ren, yeah.
Kyle Ren he's a badass fighter, bro.
But he pissed you off?
No. Meaning like he's a great fighter, like badass is like he dope.
But is he the one who pissed you off?
No. I'm not saying he'll piss me off yet. I was gonna let Risky go first. I was just saying,
okay.
I couldn't remember his name. Risky?
Oh, the one that I can't remember his name. It was like one of the first guys that it introduces. Like he breaks out of like jail or something. And he's one of the guys that like a police chief dude fought, and it's the guy that like uppercut the police chief dude, and like the bullets went in his mouth and like his face blew out
Spec.
and shit.
You don't like Spec?
I didn't like that dude. Like he was annoying to me. Anytime that he had screen time, I was like, bro, I could skip this.
That's
like,
funny because that's the opposite of Grim, because Grim loves Spec. Grim loves that.
Really? Trickster. He's a trickster. That's why like he he's like he plays around entirely too fucking much when he's fighting.
And he was
Like,
old as dirt, bro.
yeah, he
He
was like
was
90
old.
years old. Yep, he was like 90 something years old.
He didn't look his age at all.
He did after he got his ass whooped.
Well, I hate both of you.
His skin and bones.
All right, me, and I'm surprised none of y'all said this, but Noel said it in the chat. Baki's girlfriend, she for the streets, bro.
Ah.
That's a broad. That broad pissed me off. She ain't loyal.
She ain't too much pissed me off because reason being is because Hama men don't keep one girlfriend, and she knew that from when his dad was being a goddamn creep.
No, that's beside the point. Baki told her what it was. It's not like he lied.
Yes, I'm saying. So,
but she knew what she was getting into, and then she stayed with Baki. Baki would have stayed with her. That's the thing. Like, but Baki also said, "I can't decide for you if I'm the best man or not." He was just being real. Like, what?
Yeah, I still think
She for the streets, bro.
I don't think she was for the streets. I think she decided who was the best man for her, which was Muhammad Ali Jr., and that's what she decided and went with. That's not for the streets. For the streets is
bro.
She would have slept with.
No, gonna say she hugged Ali Jr. at the end, bro, off with her head.
Now, for the streets, if she would have slept with Dorian or she would have slept with Muhammad Ali Jr., also sleeping with Unchained, like that's for the streets.
You're right. You're right.
She was just like, you know what? I know for a fact these Hama men are just going to keep doing it and doing it and doing it, doing it today, doing it tomorrow. He was like, do it to the end of time. Like,
but Baki's different from his dad, though. Like, he's not that yet. So, like, it's just the fact that, like, I feel like she portrayed Baki, which what it is, like, she recognizes, she likes that Baki's strong, but she doesn't like the fact that Baki's that strong because he's so strong that he kind of is like super independent.
Yeah.
And she wanted somebody she could kind of dote on. You know what I mean?
That's true.
And that's like, and someone that's going to dote on her a lot. Not to say that Baki didn't dote on her, but like Muhammad Ali Jr. was like super smitten. You know what I mean?
Right.
For lack of a better word, I got simp vibes. And so that's that. Yeah, man. Yeah, her. Yeah, I couldn't, bro. She pissed me off at the end, and I was with her until that point, bro. Not to mention she kept meeting Ali Jr. behind Baki's back, bro. Like,
yeah, okay, that was a little sneakish. That was definitely a little sneakish. You're right.
Sneakish as fuck.
All right. So my next question. All right, and this will be the last question for like characters in general. Now we chose favorite characters and the character that picked you off. Which character, even though probably wasn't your favorite, that you end up having the most respect for?
What's the guy? The guy who all right, so he lost to shit. The guy that Dorian burnt, that sensei, that master,
yeah,
the guy that Dorian burnt, he lost. He beat the guy with the pink hair.
Yeah.
That guy, the one that guy,
I can't remember his name, but I know you talk about.
I gain a lot of respect for him because he conceded that he lost, and it was time for him to move on, and he learned from the person he lost to. It wasn't until the poison hand guy was like, you conceded like a punk, and you should have went out on your shield and died, and he was like, I conceded the right way. I tasted defeat. I appreciate the defeat. I appreciate the everything, and I'm going to go away and never come back. And even after he went blind and lost his hearing, he still continued to train even in jail and prison. Like, I had so much fucking respect for that guy.
Yeah, I know you're talking about.
That's just me.
What about you, Chris? Or Maestro? What about you, bro?
Most respect. Man, there's so many people you can actually respect in that anime. Trying to think like who deserve it? Who really deserve it? I want to say Dopo's son. No, the dude in the wheelchair.
See, that's my choice too.
Yeah, the dude literally was going through all that agonizing pain.
The Kyle Emperor.
No, fuck no. He don't deserve it. No. I'm talking about like during the whole Dorian arc.
Oh no, mine's is the Kyle Emperor.
Yeah, like
mine was also the Kyle Emperor.
I was talking more so about the dude who Dorian put in a wheelchair and they brought out to get his revenge, and he was like he was fully bandaged up, and he got up and he was about to run dude face fully casted.
Yeah, I know you're talking about.
Like, no, I give it to that dude.
No, I would. I'm along the line with Risky, the Kyle Emperor.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
He funny as hell. He died in the middle of the fight.
No,
he didn't even die, bro. He stopped his own heart. My man's
dude, the bitch. He a bitch. You don't get no respect.
He stopped his heart, bro, and then had the nerve to say.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead, Risky. I'm sorry.
I was gonna say he was like the only one that's like looks fucking Baki's dad in the face. He's like, "Fuck you." Like everybody else starts sweating when that man walks up, and he's just like, "Yeah, you can go fuck yourself, though." Yeah, he knows, man.
Yeah, no, let's be real though. He scared the shit out of Yujiro.
He did.
He
really
did. His Shiori was broken, bro. He scared the crap out of him to the point that Baki got pissed. He was like, "That's not my dad. Who the hell is this? That ain't my dad." Like Baki was pissed, bro.
Yujiro figured that shit out fast though.
He
did. 2 seconds.
Got the built-in shutting gun without having the shutting gun.
Let's be real. Yeah, Yujiro learns every and any technique that is shown to him, and then he uses it against you to say that basically to show that he could do it, and then he says "F you" by not using it afterwards and just beating the crap out of you regularly, like
Hanma style.
beating the crap out of you Hanma style, like. Let's be real like that. Like that's just the way it is, man. No, we're not talking about no, but I'm not going to discuss that. We're talking about just Baki itself, not Baki Hanma. We're not talking, so I'm not gonna bring that up, bro. But yeah, bro. I would have to give it to the Kyle Emperor, bro. My man was on. Then even when he stopped using Shiori, like he was just him and. They was going at it blow for blow, bro. I was like
Yeah, he really was though.
Going at it blow for blow.
Got this like 200-year-old fucking man fighting some dude in his prime. Like, come on.
Yeah, but his technique was real though. Kyle Emperor?
Yeah,
his technique was real. And then he disrespected that dude when he pulled down his pants and he flicked his balls. I was like, you don't have to disrespect him like that, bro.
I like you, Cunchi.
Okay, favorite fight.
I'm going to go with it. Wasn't a whole fight, but it was a look here, little motherfucker. You still ain't fucking with me. During the tournament, Baki got the sugar water and was re-energized and hype and ready to fight. He went to his dad like, "I kick your ass, nigga," and his dad was like, "Come here," grabbed him, smacked me a couple of times, and then threw him to the brick wall. He was like, I really still can't touch him yet. That was like my favorite fight, but it wasn't a fight because Baki dad literally just destroyed him in 2.2 seconds.
That's true. You try to fight a Hanma, that's like trying to fight a man. I don't even want to. It's like trying to fight a bunch of different things, an immovable object, a runaway train. Like
trying to fight a Hanma is like trying to fight a Hanma, dude.
Yeah, there's no other way to describe it.
Hanma is like trying to fight 4 Brolys put together. It's not fair.
Definitely not. It's not a fair fight, bro. At all.
Just imagine 4 Brolys fused.
Only thing that could beat a Hanma is a Hanma at this point. Like, what else? Oh yeah. So who's next? Favorite fight?
I guess my favorite fight was when, oh my god, I can't remember these dudes' names for nothing.
It's all good, bro.
Same.
The Russian blonde dude who was like hunting Baki's girl down, and then ultimately to get to Baki.
Oh yeah, he was annoying,
So
bro.
he was annoying, but my favorite fight was when he was going up against dude with the bald head and the bandana, and he started using the sand
with the
as
sand,
camouflage.
yeah.
Yo, that fight was decent as shit.
That fight was dope. And he couldn't find
those bone fragments.
Yo.
That joke was so gross.
Yo, he had my man shook, bro.
He really did. And he started screaming and bitching.
Mhm.
Yo. And then he did some psychological warfare type shit that was amazing. He literally started counting down every minute he was going to whoop dude's ass. And he followed through every 10, 9, 8. My man, he had him bitching. Full, like, in fetal position.
And he couldn't even find him, bro. He couldn't find him with all that sand going around.
That was the best part. That was probably one of my favorite fights.
What about you, Rizky?
I really don't know. I don't think I'd call it a fight, but I really liked watching that dude just get like burned alive. It was pretty funny. Whenever they were like sitting around the table and he's like, they're all just a bunch of cocky old men, and all of a sudden they're just like, all right, we're gonna burn this dude alive real quick. I thought that was pretty funny.
If I had to choose my favorite fight, which I'll be honest with you, I wouldn't even consider a fight. It was more like a one-side brutal beatdown. Baki versus Muhammad Ali Jr.
Yo,
Bruh.
really?
I can't hear you, Grim. What you say?
Well, not really. Wasn't a fight because
Yeah, I'll be real. It wasn't a fight, but it was a fight. Like, Baki destroyed Muhammad Ali Jr. and I enjoyed it because of what he was doing with Baki's girl, but at the same time, a part of me was like, Baki, chill. Chill. Like, Baki, first of all, Baki, like, what was the first move? Oh, he swung at him, knocked him out cold. Then Muhammad Ali Jr. got back up and said, all right, you know what? This time, I'm going to win. He started doing his boxing jumping and everything like that. I was like, all right, now we about to see a fight. And this is the part when I was like, all right, Baki, you tripping, bro. Baki kicked him in the balls. Baki did not hesitate, bro. And not only that, Baki went for the kill, bro.
punched the shit out of him like, hit that.
No, like, and then Baki put him in a choke kill, and Baki literally went for the kill.
Yeah. If his daddy didn't punch the shit out of Baki, he definitely would have killed.
If Muhammad Ali didn't punch Baki,
yep.
Baki even admitted like he was gonna die. Like, I was like,
yep.
Well, yeah, there's that. I mean, challenge Baki to an underground fight. Let's be real, Baki.
All right, hold on. I'm sorry. Even though I said Baki dad whooping him in 2.2 seconds,
it was like 1.7.
Yeah, one fight that really was like that stuck out to me was when Baki, after he had sex with his girl and he met up like a couple days later.
Oh, no, just said that one. Baki versus the two dudes in the garden in the grass.
In the garden, yo, he was whooping they ass. They was like, yo, he's different. Like, what happened to this dude? We can't fuck with him.
He wasn't naive
like,
no more. He wasn't naive no more. That's what his dad said.
He was like, we're gonna have to probably run. and then what happened? I think who came in and stopped that from happening? I think it was
Hanayama.
Yeah.
Yeah, he came in and they started a different fight. It was just funny because Baki literally was like, and then the technique that the whip technique that the dude was using, Baki used it and then said, "Oh, that technique. My dad taught that to me a long time ago." My dad said it was a technique for pussies. I was like, yo.
He said this technique was used by girls to defend themselves. He was like, only women and kids use this technique.
It was like, why did the Hama blood is so disrespectful to any and all martial arts, bro? They are so disrespectful, bro. Like, all of them, anybody with the Hama blood, they don't care. They will disrespect any form of martial art, bro. Like, it is just, man, that's the way they are. Okay. Oh, excuse me. So we talked about pretty much almost everything, bro. Like, but I guess like when it comes to Baki, what is the thing that really stood out to you besides like, besides like the fights and everything, like what was something, was it like the information, the dialogue, what really like stood out to you as you continued watching?
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
we can hear you
Yeah.
now.
All right. The the dialogue for me was them explaining the multiple vast the vast I'm sorry, the multiple freaking like karate styles, the martial art styles. They went into kind of depth with a lot of those martial art styles, like far like boxing, the horse style, just Wukong and like everything every style they basically produce in Baki.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me, they went into depth about that, and that was like what literally drove me to continuously watch the Baki,
Mm,
because they literally like that. They broke it down to a science of how the whip technique is used, how the poison palm technique is used, the yin and the yang, and
mm-hmm.
bro, it was literally something that I had no clue about, and just as they started to talk about these different styles, like Tiger style, and I was just like, damn, yo, like they are definitely going into depth about these styles. But that was the dialogue that I paid attention to more than anything else.
Mm. Okay. What about you, Maestro?
Oh man,
You all right?
yeah. No, I was just reading a text. My fault. Uh, what got me the most, man? At least what brought me back?
Yeah. Let's say that.
It's got to be like the growth that's happening to Baki, dude.
Yeah.
Like for real, it's just like from where he started. Like I don't know if you guys seen like any of the older anime variations from Baki the Grappler.
Yeah. I've seen.
Like
Yeah.
it's not just the physical growth, but it's just like just him developing as a character. It's getting more and more entertaining to watch because he's starting to become his own person rather than this object of vengeance. Like he's trying to avenge his dead mother, yada yada yada. Like no, he's coming into his own. For real, at this point, it's just like if he wants to fight his pop, he can, and if he wants to do it right then and there, he can. It's just he's moving at his own pace. The anime doesn't feel rushed, and that's what I like about it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's definitely true.
What about you, Risky?
Um. Oh no, so it's like you're asking what kept us on it, correct?
Yeah.
I guess mine in general is the watching Baki like learn all these things and like I get past all these different obstacles because I want to see him and his dad fight. Like
Yeah.
at the end of the day, every episode is closer to that fight, and
Oh
I'm
yeah.
excited and ready for it, dude.
When that fight happens, man, that is gonna be epic in so many ways, bro. And that is not gonna be a quick fight. It's probably gonna be like a couple episodes. It's probably gonna be as epic as when Goku fought Frieza.
Oh, how did
Oh
you
god.
say that? Hopefully not as long.
Hopefully not as
Yeah,
long,
don't ever.
but like just as epic. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and Null said, he just wanted to keep watching people get clapped everywhere and anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
Glad-
like the Baki's growth is the thing that I agree with all of you and what all of you said. But it's the dialogue and all that. But it was the growth of the series and Baki's growth to the point where now his dad recognizes him as a potential fighter to actually
Yeah.
fight him now. His dad actually recognized him. He accepted the match.
Yeah, that was major. That was definitely major.
Like
Because
when
before he just laughed at him.
yeah,
What
That
the
was definitely
tweet?
major.
but now they're both preparing for the fight.
Yeah, but we still have they both still have at least one obstacle in their way, and I think we're going to save that for Baki Hama.
Yeah, we all know who that obstacle is.
Yeah, we're definitely going to save him for Baki Hama
Mm-hmm.
because he's the only obstacle that's standing in both of their ways, which I think he's stronger than what leads on, and I think he's stronger than both of them put together, and he doesn't have Hama blood in him. So I think he's just stronger than both of them, and they're gonna find out and get their asses whooped. But that's just me insinuating that the writers are going to do the right thing with that
Mm-hmm.
prehistoric mother freaker that's coming out. So
Yeah, we'll see,
but
man.
yeah,
We'll see.
I hope they take it to that far where they go, holy crap, there's actually someone stronger than Hamas, and boom, he's that person. We need to get on that level. And you know, I'm just hoping. I hope the writers take it that far so they can continue on the story of a Baki Hama and then go into another Baki story, a storyline. Like I said, I like it. The storyline basis and the dialogue is pretty good.
Right.
That's just me.
All
But go
right.
ahead. Next question.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you. We're probably gonna wrap it up here, man. Like, real talk. We've covered a lot. We talked about
Yeah.
everything. And then, like I said, I didn't want to. And then Baki Hama is the next installment for Baki itself. So, like, and hopefully, which we already got the first half of Baki Hama. We're waiting on the second half, like Grim was just pointing at. So we hopefully that they do it justice and do it right because the first half was actually pretty darn good, to be honest. Um, so we'll see where that leads. You guys got anything to say before we get out of here, or?
I just can't
No.
wait for Record of Ragnarok next week.
Yeah, man. Record of Ragnarok next week. I will be posting either tonight or tomorrow on the exact date. But it's probably either going to be the 27th or the 28th. I'm more leaning towards the 27th only because the 28th, as me, Grim, and Risky, and well, Chris and Maestro also knows, but me, Grim, and Risky are going to be playing it. Um, Legend of Arceus comes out.
Yeah.
My body is ready.
I can't wait. I'm excited.
Oh, my body is just there.
First open world Pokemon game, and they have confirmed that there's two player. There are some parts of it that is 2-player co-op.
That's pretty
What?
dope.
Yeah,
Really? They confirmed that? You're not just.
if you go to the eShop and look at it, it says 2-player online or 2-player local. So they haven't divulged the information on what what parts of it is exactly 2-player. I don't know if it's battles or something like that, but like I'm pretty sure if they're going to do open world aspect, they got to do something else. And the rumors are it's along the same lines of like when they were doing like the den huntings and everything, whatever. What do you call it? What was that, Risky? When the tundra
Max
came?
raid battles.
Yeah, max raid battles or the cave, the max raid.
Yeah.
So it's going to be something similar to that, but they're supposed to be branching off more. They haven't really released much info. So, but they did show that, and I was like, oh, okay. So I'm hoping they deliver. If they don't, if it's just something basic, and it's fine. I'm still going to enjoy the game itself. It's a lot that's going into that game. So. Especially like the whole crafting system, that's something crazy.
Yeah, I'm just excited in general, dude. I think it's gonna actually turn out to be a pretty good game.
Yeah, me too. And with that being said, I do have exactly one of these left.
I actually have more.
What is it?
Shenanigans.
I want it.
I have one of these left. And if you own Pokemon Sword, you can get this one.
I want it.
You have Pokemon Sword, Risky?
Yes.
You do? All right then.
Yeah.
Well, be the first one to join my stream on Friday. Next Friday.
If you all right, so I have Numeratone. I have about 5 of those each.
Well, I'm gonna need them. If you can mail them to me, bro, I'm gonna need them before a certain time. They expire on the 31st.
Okay.
Grim,
So I'm going to take 2 of them for myself.
Let me just buy them off you, brother. I got you.
I'm gonna take one of them actually, because I don't know which one I'm gonna get.
Well, you have 5 of each. You have the sword
I
and
think
the
so.
shield dog.
I think so.
I
Yeah.
think you can only get because you have Pokemon Shield, right?
Yeah.
You
So
can only get the
only.
sword dog.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. What I'll do is I'll just if even shit, I was gonna say even if I can't mail them to you, I can take a picture of the code for you, and then I
Yeah,
know
that'll
you.
work too. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't use them, so you can just give them away.
All right. Well,
I
let me.
want them.
Well, I'm gonna do giveaways, man. I'm gonna do giveaway on the stream on Friday.
Oh, dude! I have 2 boxes full of shinies, and you can't do your boy one solid.
I've given you
It's just
shinies
'cause I
before.
smoked you at the freaking. Is it because I smoked you in Miami, bro? Are you
Screw
still
you, bro.
salty?
Screw you, bro.
You just made my Blastoise stomped you, dog. Come on.
Your Blastoise had 1 HP left. He was a tank on top of a tank.
Hey, you know what else my Blastoise had going for it? It was shining.
It's all of our Pokemon were shiny in that battle.
That was a great battle.
Oh man, we were literally down to our last Pokemon each, and I was like, y'all got me on video. That screw you guys. Oh man, but yeah. So definitely watch the stream. And there might be another hidden giveaway for that stream as well. So I'm not divulging that information, but watch the stream.
Wait, I need to know right now, is there a limit of how many we could win off you?
Depends. I don't think there's a set limit, but I definitely want.
That's a diaper. I need something other.
You need what?
You said the pins. I said the diaper.
Oh
Come
my
on,
goodness.
man.
Yep. All right. No, look, Risky, you got a chance to win one of the cards, and then you have potential to win the other prize if I'm going to do it. I'm going to see
whichever one of you guys wins it. Just know I got PayPal if you do too.
But yeah, so Grim, just let me know how many cards you're going to give me so I can know how many giveaways to do.
Oh, I'm gonna go to my car in the morning.
Well, look who finally shows up.
Yeah, when everything is over, like, out there, dude.
No, I'm gonna let him. We got a little bit of time, so Cobalt.
All right, I'm here.
Oh, Cobalt, so you missed all the questions, unfortunately, my brother.
I know. I was late to this one. Sorry, guys.
But I will give you this time to go off. You have 5 minutes.
Rapid fire.
Rapid fire. Your knowledge about Baki and what what it encompasses for you. You watched Baki. You watched everything Baki, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh yeah. I watched the OG in the '90s when it aired, and I'll be honest, it was fun, but it was kind of like cookie cutter compared to what was out at the time. I mean, it had stiff competition in the '90s when it was airing, and you have to remember back then they didn't have a whole lot of series.
Mm-hmm.
It was one of the few series that came out.
Hello?
Series at a time when comedies and movies dominated the market. I mean, you had the Ghost in the Shells, you had all the movies that had come out, and you didn't really have a lot of really good series. So I enjoyed it. Didn't think anything of it. Didn't actually think at all about it or continue the story until that first season came out on Netflix. And it was phenomenal. It sent me right back to the manga. I was like, I'm going to finish the manga then.
Right.
And so I went through the next couple arcs, went through the prison arc, went through primal arc, went through the father-son arc, or whatever the next one's called. And finally completed the series before the second season came out. Second season, a little slower than the first. I felt the first season killed it, and the second season was slow.
Mm-hmm.
And I felt the prison arc was great, but I felt they spent too much time on the Che Guevara guy.
Yeah, well, we didn't talk about we just talked about strictly Baki, not Baki Hama. Just to let you know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're gonna say Baki Hama for a separate since it's continuing.
Right. My only gripe with the whole with the arc is too many people should be dead and they're not dead. Right? I'm sorry, dude got his face ripped off. Should not be walking around.
He definitely got his.
What about the mafia guy he has holes on both sides of his mouth. He's just chilling there, like, "What's up, guys? How you doing?"
Not to mention
What is that?
You're right. He was drinking scotch.
Yeah.
Right? It's like, what is that? But I felt like it was fun. It was fun, and if you go in expecting too much, I imagine you might be disappointed. But I wasn't disappointed at all. In fact, it reignited my love of Baki.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, it's definitely a binge-worthy series. If you could get past the constant flexing, because everybody flexes in that shit.
Yeah, well, the biggest flexer is Yujiro.
Oh God!
No, because what did Risky? How did you describe Yujiro?
Goku.
Yeah, he said if Goku would have walked in, he would have the same fear. If Yujiro walked
so
in,
if Goku was to walk up into the room, I would get the same feeling as if Yujiro walked in the room. Like that's how I see that dude.
Hold on. Let's all take a moment of silence for the really, really awkward sex scene. All right. That shit was so weird.
Here's the thing: we talked about it, but we didn't talk about it. Like,
all right. Yeah, we didn't talk about it because everyone should experience that for themselves. All right.
Yo, the straight disrespect, bro. Like, and I've never seen. And here's the thing: I've never seen Yujiro so goddamn proud of his son.
Well, I don't think anyone's had their dad sitting there watching them lose their virginity. I feel like that's one of those things that just isn't going to happen to the normal person.
Mm-hmm.
Like, God. Every time I think about it, it makes me laugh.
Yo, Yujiro was on. Yujiro has always been on some other stuff. Always.
I mean, I felt like they didn't show enough of how ruthless that man was. I will say that. Like, how gnarly he actually is was only just touched upon, you know?
Man, you talk about ripping off somebody's face ain't ruthless?
Bro!
That ain't ruthless enough for you?
That was his standard response. The fact that the guy lived was fucking a shocker to begin with. He tore dude's head off in the fucking manga.
Hey, the man's got a point. He's onto something.
And then he almost killed the old man. Like,
the old man was badass, though. Like, that dude was pretty bad.
Yeah, no, we talked about that. Me and Risky both agreed he was one of the characters we had the most respect for.
The funnest character. How disappointed was he in his son? Baki just walked out there and just...
No, Baki washed his kid, bro. Baki washed him.
That wasn't even what. He didn't even wash him. It takes longer to wash him. All he did was just fucking flick the boy, dude.
Mm-hmm.
He said you should just fucking quit martial arts.
Like Baki dodged his punch, struck his chin and shook his brain, and then came up with an uppercut and then a kick.
Destroyed him. Like, no, that he didn't even need the follow-up. See, that first hit, destroyed the dude. He was done after that.
Mm-hmm.
It was so effortless, too. It was so effortless. Like, you know, the high five he gives his dad when he walks in his dad. Like, that's right. My son is way more badass than your son. But, you know, he still hadn't acknowledged his son at that point.
Yeah.
Nope. His son wasn't a contender at that point, but he should have seen it coming.
He was proud of his son for whooping that other kid's ass, but he didn't see him as a contender for him yet. So it's like,
well, I mean, that's the thing. He's always proud of his son when he beats someone up. It's been that way since he was a kid, you know?
Yeah.
Look at his middle school arcs, you know? Like, that's all. That's the thing. He beat the hell out of Baki when he was young.
Yeah, Yujiro's definitely not Father of the Year material.
No, definitely not. But, you know, that's my 5 minutes.
Yep.
I'm glad I got in there and got to say at least a little bit of something about Baki. Sorry I was late, you guys.
It's cool, man. I'll be honest with you. That's kind of stop. I'll be honest with you saying all that. It was definitely something we were missing for this.
Well, you know, I come in, I lay it down, and this time it was short and sweet when I'm usually just overbearing and uncontrollable in all the podcasts. So
are you saying we're not good enough for you, Tom?
No, you guys are more than enough for me. I'm just saying, Kobo brings something a little bit different especially when we're talking about an anime that has a longer history. You know what I mean?
Yeah, if
Well,
I'm
to
being
be
honest,
honest,
I didn't know
Baki's my
Baki was
generation.
even that old.
Yeah.
Yeah, Baki's my generation of anime, bro. This is 1990.
That's so old, dude.
Yeah, like, I'll be real. I was shocked when I saw it because I was like, I knew about the original and I watched a good amount of it because I was like, I needed something to watch. And when Netflix picked it up, I was like, huh, okay. All right, then. I assumed they was starting it over from scratch, but they just continued.
I'm glad they didn't. I'm glad. What could they have done? The original came out in the 90s before they had the ban hammer on all violence and all gore in anime.
Mhm.
So I don't think they could have really done as well. You know?
Right.
Because, I mean, even Netflix, there's a level of violence that manga could have had, or that anime could have had, that they don't put in anime or series in general anymore.
That's
like
true.
the closest you get to that sort of thing is like the Invincible series or a couple of the new Netflix animes that have come out that are made outside of Japan, outside of that
Like,
whole genre.
dude, there's so many anime within the last 10 years that would have been so much better if they just would not have censored it.
That's true.
Like,
Yeah.
Like, there's just so many disappointments. Like, even the biggest one for me was the Tokyo Ghoul. Like,
Tokyo Ghoul.
Well, let's be real.
God,
Season
yeah.
1 of Tokyo Ghoul was perfection. Season 2 was okay, and then it just died.
No, it's all of Tokyo Ghoul could have benefited from. It was the perfect type of anime that had it come out in the 90s, it would have been like Devilman type level violence. That would have been big.
Like
yeah, no, I agree.
See people eat people, dude. Come on.
Another
Don't
one that
tease
would have been
me.
great, Future Diary. Remember Future Diary?
Yeah, Future Diary was way more gorier.
Anime that would have been
That was a
better.
fantastic one.
Imagine if that had been given the license to do the gore and the violence in there. But I mean, they made that correlation in the at the end of the 80s, and it kind of killed anime. I mean, dude went essentially nuts.
Yeah,
he was. Japan's weird though. They're weird about their censorship. I mean,
they have ups and downs with it.
We can't have the gore and violence, but lowly shit's fine. What? They didn't even address that shit for another like 8 years, 9 years. When anime started popular international, people are like, dude, that girl is 12. Why are you sexualizing her? And they're like,
so when they just would put a parenthesis next to their name and say they're 75 though.
Well, look at like Neon Genesis and how they sexualize Asuka and Eva. They're both 14 and 15 years old, bro.
Yeah, some weird stuff. Yeah, Japan.
I plead the fifth on that one. We're not going to talk about that one.
Well, it comes from a culture that had an issue within their own culture where women were things.
Yeah, but
so
I just
it's still pretty bad over there. But the new generation is changing their views. They're not as they're different. They're challenging the system. They're more worldly than their parents were, and so things are changing for the better. But I mean, anime's ruined. You'll never get that high level of violence until America, France, Russia, Korea all start making their own animes because it's already started. I'm seeing China do. China did that continuation of what was it? What was that one? Outlander, or
yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
They did their own season. Fantastic fight scenes in it.
Yeah, it was. It was good. It's really good.
And then you've got Avatar. I mean, Avatar proved that Americans can create fantastic anime if they're given the license to do so.
Yeah, but it's also about getting that license to do it. Like,
well, I think Demon Slayer has changed everything. The popularity that hit America with, and the popularity among just even us and in general society as a whole, they know Attack on Titan memes. They know Demon Slayer movie. They're familiar with these things, and I feel like anime is now an international endeavor,
and it's changing. It's
just
it's
waiting to
changing.
happen.
Anime because anime is becoming mainstream, is on the rise. It's changing, and that could be either a good or a bad thing depending on how the changes vary. But that's
I want
neither
to see, yeah.
that's
I want
neither.
to see how Disney handles it. Look how
Yeah,
Disney might handle it. You know.
yeah. Well, I don't really
Let's
want to
see.
talk about Disney. Let's say that for another talk.
Oh
but
God, we don't want to mention that. They'll probably hit us with a freaking cease and desist or
Yeah.
something. Don't even mention us.
yeah, but all right. So I want to wrap it up. So good talk, guys. I'm really glad you all could be here. Next week we are going to be doing Record of Ragnarok, which
So I got a week to watch it.
yes, you do. It's good stuff
I'm
though.
with you on
Risky.
that.
It's good stuff. I know everybody here is either finished it, in the process of watching it, or going to watch it before the next podcast. So, in next episode of Binge Cringe. But yeah,
How long is it?
It's like 6 episodes right now
Oh,
because
what?
it needs
Okay.
it needs to continue.
12
So,
episodes.
It's 12.
Yeah, it's
I
12.
believe so,
It's like at least 11 or 12, Tone.
I thought it was 6.
But listen,
12 episodes.
it's worth it.
This man's
Trust
so
me.
behind.
It's
No,
so
I
worth
watched
it,
them
yo.
all. I finished it, but I thought it was short. You know what it was? I was so immersed in it, and then that's how good it is. I was so immersed. I didn't
man.
register.
Ripped through the first 4 episodes in like a day.
What we talking about? I ripped through the first 6 episodes in a night. Like that's how bad it was. That's how.
This man over here thinking he finished the Pokédex and forgot about Mew.
Yeah, shut up. All right, but yeah, so definitely stay tuned for next week. Like I say, either the 27th or the 28th. But like I said, I'm more leaning towards the 27th because Legend of Arceus comes out on the 28th, which I will be doing a stream for that, trying to beat my record of 16 hours. So we'll see how that goes. And that's really it. You guys got anything to say before we get out of here?
Good, man. And everybody, mind your business.
Oh man, so yeah, everybody says their catchphrase today, especially Grim. You said it like 3 times. So, but yeah, without further ado, guys, I'm your boy Ideal Tone, and I just made it known that this has been another episode of Binge Cringe, and we are out of here.
Peace out.